Right now on a soccer field, 22 players are talking to each other constantly, and most of the time, nobody says a single word. That sounds impossible. 100,000 fans screaming, a stadium shaking, and somehow a guy 60 yards away knows exactly when his teammate is about to slide him the ball into open space. No shouting, no time to shout, even if he wanted to. So how does that actually work? How do professional players build an entire silent language that fans never even notice? Let's get into it. Section 1. The eyes talk. First, before anything else happens, players are checking each other's eyes. Sounds a little dramatic, right? But it's true. A quick glance before a pass isn't an accident. It's a message. Here's the simple version. If a striker looks at the space behind the defender for half a second, that's basically him saying, "Run there right now." No words needed, just eyes doing the talking. In theory, this seems easy. In practice, it happens in under a second under pressure, while 3 defenders are trying to kick your shins. You know the type of player who always seems to read minds on the field. They're not psychic, they're just better at reading eyes than everyone else. Section 2. Body angle is a secret code. Here's where it gets interesting. The direction a player's body is facing tells teammates what's coming next before the ball even moves. Think of it like a car's turn signal. If your shoulders and hips are angled toward the left wing, your brain is already preparing to send the ball that way. Teammates pick up on that angle instantly, almost without thinking about it. This sounds simple. It isn't. Elite players actually fake this on purpose. They'll open their body like they're about to pass right, then snap the ball left instead. It's basically a soccer magic trick, and defenders fall for it constantly. Section 3. The timing of the run now. Let's talk about movement because this one's underrated. A run isn't just running. The exact moment a player starts sprinting sends a message all by itself. If a winger explodes forward the instant the ball touches his teammate's foot, that's not random hustle. That's a signal that says, "I'm ready, play it now." If he waits half a second longer, that tells the passer something completely different, like, "Hold on, defender's watching me." In theory, that's just footwork. In practice, it's split-second Morse code made of legs. Section 4. Hand signals. Nobody talks about players actually use hand signals too, and coaches drill these constantly. A quick pointed finger can mean switch the ball to the other side. A raised palm can mean slow down, don't force it. A flat hand pressing downward often means hold possession, don't rush. These aren't official league-wide signals. Every team basically invents its own private sign language during training. That's kind of hilarious when you think about it. Somewhere out there, 2 teams are using the exact same hand gesture to mean 2 completely different things, and neither team knows. Section 5. Positioning says more than shouting ever could. Here's a big one people miss completely. Where a player stands on the field is itself a message. If a midfielder drifts slightly wider, he's opening a passing lane without saying a word. If a forward drops deeper than usual, he might be pulling a defender out of position on purpose. This is basically silent negotiation. Teammates constantly adjust their spacing based on where everyone else moves, like a slow-motion chess match happening at sprinting speed. You don't need a whistle for this. You just need to know your teammates' habits so well that their positioning becomes predictable in a good way. Section 6. Set pieces are basically a spy movie. Corner kicks and free kicks look chaotic from the stands. They're not. Teams rehearse these constantly, and the signals get sneaky. A player might tap his own thigh, adjust his socks, or touch the ball a certain way, just to trigger a pre-planned routine. In theory, this keeps opponents guessing. In practice, opposing coaches study game footage, obsessively trying to crack these codes like amateur detectives with clipboards. It's basically a tiny espionage thriller squeezed into 8 seconds before a corner kick. Section 7. Chemistry beats communication. Here's the part that ties everything together. The best duos in soccer history didn't need obvious signals because they built something deeper, pure chemistry. They'd already played out that exact pass 1,000 times in training. That's why a new signing sometimes looks lost during his first few games, even if he's incredibly talented. He hasn't learned the silent language yet. Give him a few months and suddenly the passes start clicking. The runs start matching up. It's less like learning vocabulary and more like learning a person. So let's go back to where we started. 22 players, 1 field, almost total silence, and somehow a fully functioning language happening in real time. Here's the 1-sentence version. Soccer players don't need words because their eyes, bodies, timing, and instincts are already doing all the talking. So next time you watch a match, stop watching just the ball. Watch the glance before the pass. Watch the shoulder angle before the shot. Watch the timing of the run. You'll start seeing a conversation that's been happening the entire time right in front of you, and you just never noticed it. If this changed how you watch the game, hit subscribe because there's a lot more soccer secrets like this one coming.